James H. Park Memorial Fund Scholarship Award presented to Daniel Matthew Harper Finney for outstanding scholastic achievement, compassion, and dedication serving our nation's hospitalized veteran this May 2nd, 2019. Congratulations. Daniel, your remarks, please. I'll set this over here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so proud and honored to be the 2019 James H. Park Memorial Scholarship recipient. I would like to thank the Park Scholarship Board for selecting me. I would like to thank Ms. Sabrina Clark for all her hard work and support. I would like to thank Mr. Moore, the Columbia VA Medical Center Director, for nominating me for this prestigious award. I would like to also thank all of the veterans that are in the room today for your service, because without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. In the landscape of the Veterans Hospital in Columbia, an entirely new world opened up. I was able to give back and help the veterans and listen to their stories and become a part of the VA system and that family that the VA gives, and being able to be there and just help the veterans on a day-to-day basis was a great experience. In the VA, I was assigned to 4 different areas of the hospital. With each assignment, my level of responsibility increased. At first, I was tasked with transporting patients, pointing them to the right areas of the hospital, and keeping family members informed about loved one status after surgery. The part I enjoyed the most was just being able to sit and talk with the veterans, listening to some of their stories. Some made me want to laugh, but others made me want to cry. I remember one veteran sharing a story with me about how I reminded him of his son and how he had fought for our future. He made me promise to make the most of my life because he had given so much of his. I once noticed a veteran eating lunch by herself in our cafeteria at the VA. So I decided to walk over and ask if I could join. When I did, her face lit with joy and she told me to sit. As we began to talk, we introduced ourselves just to get to know each other a little bit better. But while she was talking, I realized that she was listing some of her responsibilities in the Army. Well, surprisingly, some of her responsibilities weren't too much different from the men that she was fighting alongside. We talked for a long time, probably longer than what my lunch break was scheduled to last. But being able to sit and talk with her made me realize how intelligent and how interesting she was, and how women are really able to carry their own. Weeks later, I had an experience where I walked into the prosthetics waiting area of the hospital. While walking in, I noticed that there were several veterans that were missing limbs, waiting patiently in the lobby. As I greeted them, I noticed their zest for life and how all of the veterans had smiles on their faces. Well, this taught me the character of a veteran, and each interaction I had with the veterans was humbling. Like I said in my video, recently I faced some adversity of my own. Back in December, I had a tragic injury to my left foot where I ruptured a major ligament in my foot. This was one of the hardest and most agonizing moments of my life. But what got me through were the kind words and encouragements from the veterans in the hospital. It hurt, and it hurt me a lot. But having those kind words to fall back on and thinking about all the moments and volunteering with the veterans just helped me get through. Knowing the veterans' hardships and comparing that to what I was going through, I realized that they had gone through so much more. Now, as a part of the millennial generation, I know we need to do a better job of listening to the veterans, our mentors and elders' advice, because it is key and it's fundamental for our future in in years to come. I would like to thank and recognize some of my role models, the people that I listened to growing up. My grandfather, I don't know if you all saw him, but the picture that my dad was standing in front of, battled racism throughout his entire career as a lawyer, a legislator, and a judge. But he never lost sight of his ultimate goal in seeking justice. This taught me the lessons of perseverance and resiliency. My aunt, who couldn't be here today, and my grandmother were both educators, and they channeled my thirst for knowledge. My mom taught me that nothing beats a failure but a try. And my dad taught me to work hard and become the change I wish to see in the world. Volunteers are not on a payroll, but they receive priceless experiences. I've not only worked with the veterans, but I've received so much in return. Being able to work with the veterans, like I said, has just been an amazing experience. Looking back 5 years ago, I would have never dreamed where volunteering would lead me today. I want to say to my generation that we can and we will become the change that we wish to see in the world. And taking a little time to discover your why will set your course in life. My aunt taught me to appreciate poetry at a young age, so I would like to leave this thought in your spirits. As Maya Angelou wrote, people will always forget what you said, people will always forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Thank you.